Well, hello, my beautiful Virgo. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Virgo, this is a little bonus reading all about you. Us tarot readers, we tend to focus on career, money, love, but we never ask how are you doing. So this reading will tap into what's going on with you right now, how you're moving through this time period, and what's on the other side. Also, I'm using one deck because I love the simplicity it lends to this reading. And of course, I shuffle the cards. I do not choose the cards. They pop out as my guides will. So of course, this reading, it may not resonate with everyone. I have to honor what pops out and the meaning of the card, as well as the energy and how it appears in the spread. So with that in mind, let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know regarding their current circumstances? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them the way? Now, really randomly, I'm hearing, and I actually heard this before I started your reading, and I kind of like ignored it because I didn't know if it would actually apply to your reading, but it's showing up even now in your reading, and it's like Star Trek. Okay, now I'm not a Trekkie fan. I'm sure it's amazing, and I just don't really know anything about it. But you know what's coming out is it's life, Jim, but not as we know it. Okay, now for some of you, this could indicate that, of course, you know, life is life, and you may feel it's changed, that somehow, you know, you are navigating some transformations in your life. So you acknowledge that, of course, it's life, but it's not as you used to experience it or know it. You may feel that you have a desire to return to better times, for example, or, you know, you feel that things have been a lot. I mean, look. We've got the Ten of Swords there, so a lot of you, you've got a lot on your mind right now. You may feel that lots of endings have occurred in your life. I feel you're at capacity. There's an energy of you feeling absolutely mentally exhausted as you close out the year. We will tap into that Ten of Swords a little bit more, but that's what I've been given. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it. So maybe it means you're going to be a little bit more explorative as you move through the next coming months and years. I mean, it could also mean you're a big Star Trek fan. Not as we know it, not as we know it. So I'm not really sure how else to decode that. I don't really know the context of it. I don't really know where it kind of comes from in terms of what's the scene in Star Trek. I am being given a major indication that, of course, it is Star Trek, so yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. Maybe it connects to all the weird and wonderful things that are occurring in the sky right now. I don't know. So please apply it to your situation. I'm just going to disconnect from that energy and just give you what I heard. Looking at your cards here, I see you've been through some radical transformations and challenges, actually. I feel like you have remained flexible in these. Look, there you go. That Six of Cups, a return to better times, is ahead for you. You've got that Two of Pentacles there. You've got the King of Wands. You're taking charge of your life. I mean, you've got a Nine of Swords there. So this can indicate that a lot of you have been seriously challenged. I feel, you know, you are running errands right now as you close out the year. I feel there is a restructure, as it were, in your life. So perhaps you're preempting challenges ahead on some sort of changes that you're making right now, or you're going through some changes and it's really like disturbed your equilibrium. It could be like personal change that's going on within you, whether it is an inner battle or whether it is something that you're struggling with but people can't see it right now. You're going to overcome it. You're going to accomplish dominance over it, whatever it is, because the Six of Wands there indicates that you shall take charge and you shall succeed, is what I see there. So okay, I see a lot of you breaking cycles, that's for sure. I feel you are in the flow of kind of give and take, looking at reciprocity in your life, but you have a lot of challenging cards. You have the Ten of Swords, you have the Nine of Swords, and the Five of Wands, which indicates that things have presented challenge, obstacles. Life has been like a lot, okay? That's what's coming out there. Don't get me wrong, I feel like you've had a lot of accomplishments. You've got the King of Wands as your starting position energy, so it can indicate that, you know, you're taking charge of your situation. You've come as far as you can on a certain path that you're on. You may feel that, you know, you're closing out the year on a high for some of you, but it could be that you are preempting challenge or difficulty ahead because the Nine of Swords is ahead of you. However, it's in the resistance position, so it can indicate that, you know, there's nothing to worry about. Whenever it's in the resistance position, it's like you got it in the reverse there. So it can indicate that, you know, as you close out the chapter, because the Ten of Swords can literally mean the end of something. And the King of Wands is like you're shining your light, you're trying to be positive, you're influencing your circumstances, you're trying to be inspired, even though you're mentally exhausted or you're really fed up with the way things have gone recently. You feel there's been some ups, there's been some downs. Two of Pentacles indicates you're trying to be balanced in your review of where you feel like you're at right now in your life. But also the Two of Pentacles there indicates that you are someone who is really trying to create harmony and balance in your life, okay? Now, the Ten of Swords, you know, I will pull a card on it. The Ten of Swords can indicate that, you know, very difficult year, very stressful situations. I feel this could be stressful situations for you as an individual or groups of people that you have around you. I feel like you've sacrificed a lot in order to make your life work as much as possible in a streamlined, peaceful manner, but always something has arisen to like put you in thinking mode. I feel some sort of cycle, of course, is coming to an end, not just the end of the year, but I feel things can only get better from here. Whenever you get the Ten of Swords, it means, you know, there is the light at the end of the tunnel because you feel like things have ended on a difficult note and things are looking brighter. This figure is looking brighter ahead at the sun. So it's like the light at the end of your tunnel is there. But for some of you, this card, of course, it presents a graveyard there, of course. So some of you may have been grieving. If you've lost someone in 2024 and you're in a period of grief, or even if you've lost someone before 2024 and you are lamenting their absence from your life, this can indicate that you're trying to process and you're trying to kind of work with the energy you've got. Sometimes you're going to be overwhelmed by your emotions and your feelings, and other times you're going to feel numb or on autopilot. And some of you logically, of course, know that, but it is a struggle, okay? The Ten of Swords, I'm sending you a huge hug out there if you feel like you're going through this energy right now, or you are actually going through a period of grief for someone who is now in spirit. I'm going to see if I can be given a sign for you. One moment, please. What's this sign? There's something coming through in the water, but it's a little bit clouded. If it could come forward a little bit more, please, Spirit, if you could. Okay. I'm just seeing a mirror right now, so I'm not sure if that's relevant. That's normally meaning self-reflection. So for some of you, this could have been a twin. I'm not sure. I'm just going to leave it like that because I'm trying to work out logically why I'm being given a mirror. Maybe this person in spirit gave you a mirror, or perhaps this is going to be, you know, a reminder of this person. Maybe you look like this person, and every time you look in the mirror, you see this person, as it were, as a reminder. This person is around you. They have not left your energy, is what I see there. They're going to make their presence known. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. They're showing me a chess piece in the water, okay? Now, this is random. It has shown up before in a reading, a chess piece. Maybe not for your sign, but I have seen one before. I'm just seeing a lone chess piece, and this could be relevant, or it may be something you will find in a really weird and random place, maybe on the sidewalk as you're walking down the street, or in the mall, or in your home, in your shoe, wherever. I feel like, this could be a little piece that is given to you by someone in your spirit to just let you know, I'm around, I see you, I'm helping you with the next moves in your life. So I'm just going to leave that there with a lot of love and respect and move away from that energy. But I can see here that, as you go through certain things, it will draw up certain memories, and there is always going to be a presence with you. I just got 2 words, unstoppable spirit, unstoppable spirit. So either this person is, a very unstoppable spirit, they will always be with you. They'll never leave your side. Or it could be that, you have an unstoppable spirit and they are your cheerleader on the other side. So please apply it to your situation with a lot of love and respect. I'm going to disconnect from this energy. For the majority of the rest of you, the Ten of Swords can indicate that, you have so much to do right now, that you're at capacity, you have so much on your mind, and you're at a point of epiphany where you realize there's a better way of doing something. So let me just pull a quick card on that Ten of Swords there for you, because, Ten of Swords means it's the end of challenging times. Things do get better from here. There's better balance. I feel some of you are just in the flow of completing your tasks, your responsibilities. King of Wands indicates that you are ambitiously making sure that you complete what you finish, complete what you start, as it were. I feel, this is a period of you working really hard. Ten of Swords can be a review. It's closing out the year. You're looking at the wins, you're looking at the losses, and that Seven of Swords there indicates that you feel a little bit dissatisfied with perhaps where you're at. You should be really proud of yourself. I feel this is a card to indicate that actually you've accomplished a lot, you've come a long way. But the Seven of Pentacles indicates that you're opening up to a new strategy, or a decision needs to be made, and you have a lot on your mind. You may also have a lot of people trying to influence your decision, but the decision is yours alone. That Seven of Pentacles, it can indicate there that, things are coming together for you. You've been working really hard. You're happy to close out the year, and you're planning ahead. And it can indicate that when you're planning ahead, changes need to be made or adjustments need to be made. And it just feels like you're getting ahead of yourself, if that makes sense. I mean, even that chess piece can indicate you're thinking about your next move, or you're strategizing your plan. And it's like, can you just give yourself a little bit of time to step back and kind of relax and take your mind off things, as it were. I'm just going to pull some more. Ace of Pentacles. Some of you could be thinking about money and to be a little bit more kind of nomadic or spontaneous as you move forward in 2025. It can be that you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur. I mean, these are things outside of yourself, but I feel a lot of you are investing in things or thinking about where you should invest your energy in order to bring back that spark or that lust for life. A lot of you want new adventures. I mean, Ten of Swords can indicate that, you're winding down the year and you literally cannot wait to take a break that you have paid for. So it can be that you are in dire need of a rest, okay? Because Ten of Swords is exhaustion, and it is a lot. But I feel you're actually closing out the year on a high, even if you don't feel like it. I feel there is so much more to come that you'll see that actually you're in a really good position. Now, the Two of Pentacles can indicate that you want more balance in your life. You're trying to be flexible with the changes. Something big could have ended for you in 2024, and you're left to kind of recalibrate. Some of you could have left a job or an environment, neighborhood, a friendship, or something. It doesn't have to be that. It can be that there's a certain tool or a certain kind of product that you use, and you found that suddenly it's been discontinued, and you're like, oh, now I've got to find the alternative, because the Two of Pentacles is, of course, to be flexible, find an alternative way. And on a personal level, this is more about you kind of being adaptable to endings of cycles and the temporary nature, of course, of change and how things fluctuate. So I feel like you are trying to have more balance in your life. So you focus on your projects or your tasks, your responsibilities, because this is a very responsible card. It indicates that, you are taking charge of your life. You are someone who is being the leader in your life. You're not being like a side story. I feel that Two of Pentacles is, can you do your projects and find more time for fun or more time to rest so that you can recharge your batteries there, okay? Now, this card also indicates that, you're checking in with yourself to see what you're doing, if it's for fun or if you enjoy what you do. There's an energy here of being excited to experience new things. And I feel things will develop in unexpected ways for you over the coming months and the next year. And I feel one way or another, your dreams are going to become reality on the material plane. That's something I can see for sure here. The Wheel of Fortune, Six of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Success, the universe delivering something that you have potentially worked really hard for, and the Wheel of Fortune indicates fortune favors your next steps. But that Two of Pentacles there, for a lot of you, it can indicate that you're looking at your finances, easy come, easy go, coming into your account, paying all the bills, and you're just trying to sustain the status quo on that. But, this card, it can also indicate that on a personal level, you've been running at capacity. You've been multitasking, juggling a lot of things. You feel that there's always something. It's never ending in its cycle. And it's like once you accomplish something, you're always on to the next and you can't catch a break. So it feels almost like you're on the treadmill of life. But I feel the Two of Pentacles is your quest for inner peace and to be open to the nature of reciprocal exchange, the give and take of life, the balance between ambition of going after something. This is a very ambitious card. It means you're taking charge. It means you're forging ahead. It means that you're making a difference in your life. And of course, Ten of Swords can be ultimate rest. It can be like, okay, and stop. Really having healthy cutoff points where you make sure that you revitalize your spirits and your energy by really disconnecting. Not being on your phone scrolling or, thinking about the next plans that you have, really taking a rest and a break, especially for that wonderful supercomputer of yours, because you have thoughts like a mile a minute. And with that Two of Pentacles, it can indicate a lot of you have been like fluctuating in 2024, like suddenly thinking of one thing, then being distracted by something else that's equally important, but it's more like focus. I feel a lot of you are trying to control focus over the next coming weeks and months, and almost as well like quieten the inner critic, because you have that Nine of Swords there. It's like you dominating any negative thoughts. If you found that you're a little bit grouchy recently or under a lot of pressure, because I see a lot of you under pressure here, especially with that Five of Wands, this can indicate that, there's been a lot of stress or stressful situations or people who have made things a little bit more stressful than they needed to be. And I feel like you're making sure that you take charge of your energy so that they do not change your energy or affect you in any shape or form. Now, this is your protagonist energy. So Ten of Swords indicates you're looking at endings of things, or you're stopping doing something that doesn't feel peaceful or harmonious with your life. So this could be that you're cutting out people, situations, environments, food substances that increase your energy, then suddenly give you a crashing low. Because remember, this is a fluctuation card, the highs and lows of life. And I feel like you're cutting out anything that does not make you feel like you're at your optimum energy or optimum best. And this card, it can also indicate that, you're having a spiritual ascension. And I feel that this is about you kind of like being more confident in yourself, focusing, of course, on your family as well and your soul tribe. But I feel you're leading with good ideas and intentions, and I feel like you're like super focused. It's like you're paying attention to detail, but ultimately, the King of Wands goes where he feels happy. Now, this is not a gender specific reading, but this card, that figure is facing the sun. So I feel like you are promising yourself to do more things that align with what you desire, because you're leading with your passions. That's what this card literally means. You're reigniting your lust for life, getting more creative, and having more energy to reach your desires. So I really feel a lot of you are actually looking at energy levels over the next coming months and years, especially on a health kind of situation, because the Two of Pentacles can be like investing in your health, being consistent with your health decisions and plans, and For some of you, if you have gone through a procedure or an unwellness or some sort of surgery, for example, I see a lot of you recharging your batteries, convalescing, and you're going to have some ups and down days. Okay, I got to be honest with you. There's going to be some days where you're like, yeah, I'm better. And then the next day you're going to be like, okay, not a setback, but maybe like, oh, maybe I should take it a little bit easier. And you're going to get back to best. You know, I feel like you return to optimum energy here, but it is a cycle, and you need to make sure that you take good rest and not rush back into life just because you really want to. You know, you don't like to be cut down in your prime or stuck in a situation. You like to be moving forward, but if you have to rest, then you must, because you will give yourself a major setback if you like rush in and try and overexert yourself. So that's coming out there as well. Now, the Five of Wands is in the resistance position, which actually is really positive. It means all those challenges, problems, they will be solved. And I feel there's an energy here of harmony, of, maintaining peaceful situations and challenging yourself in a really positive way to channel your energy into less worry or anxiety, because this is a card of anxiety. I mean, in the resistance position, Nine of Swords is actually really positive, but anything that's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright. So these two cards, they will go into the upright. And I feel this is about you making sure that you're aware of what triggers you to make you feel anxious. Is it living in the future in your mind, like all the things that you feel you need to accomplish? Sometimes it can be overwhelming. So you've got cards here that indicate it's time to compartmentalize, not to overwhelm yourself, and take things, step by step is what I see there. For some of you, it could be like the world at large, conflict, looming conflict that, of course, we are witnessing in the world at the moment that has the potential to escalate. And of course, I will address all these things in my yearly reading, and I almost don't want to, but I have to and I will. But I feel a lot of you, it's an energy of being aware of these things that are escalating, but not buying into the cycle of fear about those things. I feel a lot of you are trying to prioritize your family and your soul tribe and your own needs, and, feel you need to put yourself in a position, because these are position cards, okay, where you can secure your position and feel safe, for example. So if you are in a certain part of the world, and you're watching this and you're thinking about relocating, I feel some of you may actually make that big leap to relocate as you move into 2025, especially in the first quarter of 2025. The Ten of Pentacles, whilst it's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright at the end of this reading, which is pretty much for 6 weeks. So this indicates security. It indicates planting roots. Some of you have been soul searching to see where you feel like you belong. And that doesn't have to be in terms of the world. It can be in terms of neighborhoods, environments, working situations, or friendships. So it's like you kind of like knowing what you want and deciding to kind of like plant roots. So this card can indicate that some of you are thinking about uprooting this year. This can be your energy. This is like a reconstruction energy. As you can see, it's like you may be the storm right now who is deciding to kind of like shake everything up a little bit and make some radical changes, maybe even set intentions or boundaries, or draw a line in the sand at some people that have been making conflicts, because you're protecting your inner peace, you're protecting your family, and you want stability. You don't want anyone to come along. So see, this little tree there is in the path of that tornado. For some of you, you may literally live in a place that is like prone to tornadoes, and we are going to see a lot more tornadoes in 2025 in unusual places as well, places that don't typically get them. So that will increase. I can't lie to you, that is something that is going to be occurring. But because you have that Nine of Swords there, and you have the Ten of Pentacles as the next card down, it means you're secure. It means that your roots are strong. It means that you will be safe in the position that you're in. And, I feel this is, for some of you, it could be that you are literally confronting a fear or an anxiety or something that you feel has haunted you from the past, because we do have that Six of Cups there. So a lot of you are processing, healing, and really facing something that you feel it's time. Okay, and you conquer it. I really feel this dominating, conquering kind of energy. And for some of you, it may have been an unwellness that you're conquering. Some of you with that Five of Wands, it could be a challenging person that you feel has always tried to compete with you, rival you, push your buttons, for example. Could be a sibling, could be a family member, neighbor, boss, you know, even a partner sometimes competes. I mean, if you have a partner who competes in a negative way, then of course, perhaps some of you are kind of like rethinking the partnership and wondering if you should plant roots with this person long term, or whether you need to shake things up a little bit. That Five of Wands indicates that you're finding a solution to your problem, okay? And you're trying to manage stress levels and trying to contain any bouts of anxiety or frustration. Remember, when we live in the future in our heads, okay, this can actually make us feel very anxious because we feel an expectation of what it is we need to step up and achieve. When we live in the past, we get very heavy in the energy, like having the coulda, woulda, shoulda conversations, or, you know, acknowledging something that perhaps wasn't so positive. Or if it was positive, it can be that you feel it's lacking from your life right now and you wish to return to that period where things felt simpler, easier. But I feel a lot of you are trying to be more present in this moment and not live in the past or the future. Try to be more present right now. This card, you know, they are present and they are witnessing what is occurring, and it's like you're not running away from a situation. You are dealing with problems head on if you've had some challenging situations, and I feel like you overcome it, okay? Now, especially if it's financial, if you've been having some financial worries there, I feel like you will overcome that and you will be financially secure. Ten of Pentacles indicates affluence, material abundance, mastery of your finances, maybe even, you know, some sort of extra money coming in your way. Some of you with the Five of Wands, you may even want to kind of challenge yourself to learn new things or do new things that kind of like put you in a great position. You know, I always say the Five of Wands is my gym card. Okay, so some of you could be promising yourself to pay more attention to your health or exercise routines. Doesn't mean you're hitting the gym. It could be that you're promising yourself to do 10,000 steps for the day, or that you're going to limit something that's been making you feel a little bit lethargic. So please apply it to your situation. But the Five of Wands, I mean, actually, I just realized that these two, they do actually look like chess pieces. I know it looks like a chess board on their clothes, but they actually look like chess pieces. What would they be? Would they be the rook? I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure. So please apply it to your situation. You may find a chess piece that is a rook. I'm not really sure. Or the bishop. Is that what it's called, the bishop? Anyway, the Five of Wands, on a personal level, it can mean that you are looking at the nature of stress or what sort of triggers you, and you're trying to cut that out, or you're trying to face it so that it doesn't give that reaction. And of course, a lot of you, this is more like being competitive, or, you know, getting more involved with life, learning more things, challenging yourself to increase your wealth of knowledge, and it can indicate that something is coming to a conclusion. You know, the Five of Wands, I was given this a couple of, I think it was days or weeks ago. I can't really remember the timeline, but I was asked by my guides to really look at the Five of Wands and how it seems really chaotic, how it really seems like everybody, whilst it's not a fighting card, because it can be conflict, it's actually the figures in training. They're trying to make something, complete something, and it seems awkward, time-consuming, sometimes chaotic, that nothing's coming together. So I'm just going to ask my guys, where is this card? Thank you so much. And there we go. Oh, no. They said at the beginning, so the beginning of the deck is at the front here. But basically, when they complete this kind of set, it creates a star. Okay, so as you can see, I hope you can see there, right? all these wands, they're kind of starting to come together and they're completing a star. This one wand has to now come down to complete the star across there. So, stars tend to represent, of course, finances or material things, and wands represent action, energy. So I feel something that is very chaotic in your world right now that feels like it's not coming together as planned, it will. And you shall succeed. So if there's something that feels really awkward or that feels like it's just a mess right now, it is going to be completed and it shall be really rewarding for you. I feel everything will be available for all the components to come together. So I feel like you are open to being the student of life, of course, on a more philosophical level. And I feel there is something here that you're trying to accomplish. And, the Five of Wands and then having the Six of Wands means it all comes together. You're going to be really proud of yourself. Everything is as it should be. So the challenge, whilst it can be a little bit stressful at times, know that you shall be successful. Now, that Nine of Swords, I want to pull a card on it because, it can be, as I said, that you're preempting that there's going to be challenge ahead, but actually I feel that things are going to be better than you expect. And the Nine of Swords can also be that you are having a call to faith right now, that, you are kind of like trying to envisage new possibilities and you're wondering where to begin on something. Or it can indicate sometimes when you're about to accomplish something really wonderful and be very successful, you doubt yourself. Or, sometimes we get a little bit of imposter syndrome as well when we step into greater things. So I feel like you're stepping up and leading. And of course, you don't know where life is going to take you. But I feel by having confidence in yourself, you'll see that you will reach your desired destination. Now, of course, for some people, the desired destination is more money, better health, accomplishment. It can be, some sort of like reputation thing that you want. It's going to be different for everybody. I want you to be aware of it. But the Fool card, it represents some sort of new start, or maybe even the start of the year. You feel 2025 is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I see that it works on a personal level for you in a really positive way. And the Fool card, it can indicate as well that you don't want to be naive in thinking that these things are all going to come together. You're working really hard to make it happen. This is a card of action. This is taking charge. And the Fool card, it can indicate that there's a lot of possibility out there. To do one thing all the time is going to make you feel a little bit stuck in a rut. So this is about you opening up your potentials. And I feel this is a new exciting adventure ahead of you. And it's time for optimism rather than gloom or anxiety. And also, the Fool card can indicate if you're a parent, if you have a child, it can indicate that, there's been a bit of conflict in the family unit, because this is a family card, and it's in the resistance position. Some of you, there may have been conflict there and a lot of, destructive moods, but I feel that there will be a return to happier times there. It's a cycle that this person's going through, and there may be a very honest, open conversation where both parties feel seen and heard, and both of you come together in unity is what I see, because any problems, they will be resolved there, okay? And for some of you, if you are, the child and you've had some conflict with your parents, I feel they want the best for you, of course, but also I see that there has to be a very honest, open conversation. Nine of Swords, it's all about communication. Swords are about the mind, but also about communication. And it can indicate that there is a potentially destructive conversation available to you, but if you temper how you approach it, because the Two of Pentacles there can be to be diplomatic or to try and see both sides of something, and then there can be a greater understanding. Easier said than done, I know, because some people are very set in their ways or stubborn, so it depends on who you're dealing with there. The Five of Wands tells me that some of you could have had a conflict with somebody, and, there's brooding going on either side, but it can be resolved later on, okay? Now, we do have that Ten of Pentacles. It is in the resistance position. I've already mentioned there may be some family conflict, but it will be resolved there. I feel in the future, I actually see that this person may reach out and offer an olive branch, but it may not be in the time frame that you're hoping for, but it will come eventually. But ultimately, the Ten of Pentacles can indicate that, it's tough. Life is tough. This is about focusing on your family, your home space, money, all of the stuff that life requires us to do. And you can feel a little bit like things are up in the air right now. You may feel a little bit without roots, as it were. You may feel like the world has turned on its head and everything feels really unusual and you're not really sure where you're at, but you're just trying to stick to your plans and keep focused on one foot in front of the other, step by step. And I just feel that there will be a return to better times. There will be an opportunity here for you to move forward, and there's better fortune for you. A lot of you, it is financial fortune, but Pentacles can connect to health as well. So, please apply it to your situation. Now, this card can also indicate that a lot of you have been going through a challenging year, breaking ancestral cycles. Okay, it can be that you're uprooting any patterns or cycles of repeat that have been either impeding your progress or limiting you in any way, or, making you feel like there's a blockage. So if, for example, you have witnessed difficulties in love, for example, if there has been problems when it comes to being in love or meeting the wrong sort of person or toxic patterns that have been in play, I feel a lot of you are breaking them so that you can release yourself from them in 2025, and it's going to be very rewarding. But a lot of you, the main energy I'm getting is some of you are uprooting or doing something majorly different. Something's coming to an end for you. You're like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Something needs to change. That Nine of Swords is there to uproot you so you can plant roots somewhere else or feel secure and stable in something else. So for example, this is not meant to be a career or money or love reading. But for example, if you were made redundant last year, or you lost your job and you're feeling really bereft and you feel like your whole world has been turned upside down, you will plant roots somewhere that brings in a lot of money in 2025. So this can be, ultimately there's nothing to worry about, although that's not going to stop you from feeling anxious until you feel more secure, of course. But I do see the tide is turning in your favor. For some of you, you may have felt that the neighborhood that you're in has become a little bit more dangerous, or something that you don't resonate with anymore. So you're uprooting so that you can actually buy a home elsewhere, and you've got a lot on your mind. That Ten of Swords can indicate there's so many things you want to do right now, or you feel called to do, and you have to action it step by step. But it means kind of like completely having a plot twist in your life right now, and you're wondering, are you on the right path? Are you going to be safe? Are you going to be secure? And the answer is yes. Okay, I want you to be aware of that. Now, some of you also, if you've had problems in a marriage, because the Five of Wands, these two people are looking at each other, okay, really kind of like sussing each other out. The Nine of Swords can indicate conflict, and the Ten of Pentacles, of course, can represent marriage. I feel that, there is a return to better times here for you and this person, if you want that, of course. I feel this is about you working out whatever it is that you want and feeling if this person really sees you. Six of Wands indicates that this person will open up a little bit more and see you and appreciate you a lot more. Some of you may have gotten divorced in 2024 as well, or had a separation of a high level commitment. And I feel I got to pull a card on this, but for some of you, there's an energy of like keeping things civil for children. That's what I'm seeing there if you have children with this person, and I feel like you're really going to make a go of it, and I feel actually you'll become firmer friends separate than when you were together. You may not see this right now, but it may be in the future. For some of you, because the Six of Cups can be to return, to reunite. So I just want to pull a card. I don't like to give false hope and say, yeah, you're going to reunite with a person if you've separated from this person, but I just want to check in with that. It may happen for some of you there. We have the Nine of Cups. Well, it depends on what you want. The Seven of Cups is like, what do you decide? What is it you want? What do you feel fulfilled in? What do you feel this relationship is giving you? Because the Nine of Cups is like your wishes fulfilled. So if you want to separate from this person and you never want to see them again, then of course your wish is fulfilled. And if you want to reunite with this person, then of course you gotta take accountability for actions, and so must they. And then there needs to be an honest, open conversation. And the Nine of Cups indicates then you will have satisfaction, and there will be a coming together, and you'll live a good life with each other. But you must kind of like see each other, because life, of course, is challenging. It can't be that it's great to be with that person all the time. You know, life sometimes puts a little bit of pressure on and we argue and all of those things. It's natural. But if you feel this situation is toxic or that it kind of like makes you feel lost or empty, then there lies your answer. So I feel, you know, there will be a connection elsewhere with someone new if you don't want to reunite with a person. But it is possible that some of you will reunite. But again, this is outside of yourself. I feel a lot of you are just feeling that things have been turned upside down and you just want to return to a better time. You may feel that when things were good, you felt like it was your best self. And you may be wondering, will you ever get back to something like that? Things have changed so clearly in your reading here, but the Six of Cups says your outcome means there is a return to better times. The Wheel of Fortune indicates you have been undergoing a cycle of change, and I feel this is a card that indicates that some of you are promising yourself to take a little bit more risk in 2025. And, you know, because you have swords there, it means that you're thinking about the risks before you actually do it. You're not just, you know, foolishly, suddenly doing something spontaneously that would hinder you. I feel like you're really thinking about something, but like you are taking a risk. You're doing something that you've never done before. Also, the Wheel of Fortune indicates better opportunities for you. Fate and destiny are guiding you to be very successful, to be seen, to be fulfilled, and to have more fun. You may feel that life got pretty challenging, but also there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. And, you know, that Six of Cups is like to remember your childlike spirit. And a lot of you may also be really processing and letting go, like closing a chapter of a difficult childhood. You may have done a lot of healing work on yourself, and there's a cycle of change upon you. Whilst it shaped who you are, and it certainly made you stronger, you know, we do not go through a healing period so that we are strong enough to accept more trauma or defeat or sadness or disappointment. You've experienced all that, if that's what you've experienced. Now you are strong enough to welcome in joy and happiness and to thrive. Because sometimes when you've gone through trauma, you know, 10 of Swords and 9 of Swords are telling me that whoever I'm picking up on right now, you've been through some stuff that may curl other people's toes, and you are still standing. And now you want more fun. You want to open up to the joys of life. And, you know, sometimes you can tell a measure of a person who's been through some stuff when they can't take a compliment, or, you know, they've struggled with their inner confidence. That's come from somewhere. It's come from a place where you feel like you weren't nurtured when you were younger, or you feel that you were bullied, for example, when you were younger, or even bullied as an adult. I feel, you know, that Five of Wands is a bullying tactic. It can be, you know, someone who abuses their power or who challenges you, or, you know, for sport, puts an obstacle in your path. And I feel like you're overcoming that. And you're empowering yourself. And the Wheel of Fortune says you will rise above these people and these situations. Six of Wands says, yes, you will rise, and you will be seen rising as well. So all those people who challenged you, bullied you, tried to get in your way, and, you know, perhaps stop you in your tracks, they will watch you rise, and they will be on the sidelines. And, you know, you're going places that these people were never destined to go to. So I feel there in itself is like revenge. Now, I don't see revenge here, but I do see a lot of like anger, frustration, things being tough. And I feel like you are this phoenix, like rising from the ashes right now. And this Wheel of Fortune indicates that there is better luck to come for you there as well. You're turning your life around, and you're having the courage to close down chapters and cycles. You're having the courage to say, no, that is not right for me, because you're honoring your own needs, and you're only going where you feel truly fulfilled and happy at this time. Now, Six of Cups, it normally means the universe steps in to give you something that you absolutely will love. But of course, the image on this card, there is a rocking horse. So it can indicate that you feel that you're not really making progress, when actually you are. You know, if you think about, you know, the rocking horse, it's a horse, and horses represent progress, movement forward, improvement. But if you're on a rocking horse, it can indicate that there's illusions of like movement, that you're actually moving, but you're still stationary. You're still rooted to the same spot. But the Six of Wands tells me that actually you've accomplished a lot and there's more to accomplish. And I feel like you are going to be going a long way in your life. Obstacles will be removed, difficulties will be overcome, and triumph and victory is there for you. You're taking charge of your life. You're leading. And I feel there will be a recognition of your accomplishments as well. Now, of course, accomplishments can be in any area of your life. It can be a recognition that you overcame an unwellness. For some of you, it can be that you overcame a financial challenge, or perhaps you conquered your inner thoughts, quietened the inner critic. Whatever it is, I feel like you're going to be really proud of yourself. And the Six of Cups, it can also kind of indicate that, there is a period of calm reflection. This is a period of nostalgia, but also it's an energy here of knowing that the best is yet to come. The universe delivers an opportunity, something that you've been yearning for. Now, for some of you, there's also, a possibility to win back an old relationship if you want that. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be that you reunite with a family member that you haven't seen for a while. Family conflict, there is a reunion where both people, they don't look back with rose-tinted glasses, but they accept each other as they are, because the Five of Wands can be to let bygones be bygones. It can be to accept each other's differences and to try and find stability in that, and not make allowances for each other, but also acknowledge that we're all going through something, and it doesn't have to be too hard. We don't have to make it harder by, being in competition with each other or, pushing each other's buttons. So I feel if you're dealing with somebody who's been doing that with you, I feel like they do recognize that and they do mature a little bit in order to not do that any further. And I'm just getting major energy here with this card, that it is a return to happier times, that, this is a period where, the good old days can be now. There is a golden era that is going to be upon you, and it doesn't have to be something that's in the past. So I feel something's being offered to you that you will celebrate. It's fate that you get it. It's something that you perhaps felt was a challenge to get in the first place, but you win it. You win the day. Six of Wands says good news is coming to you. You win the day. You will be victorious, and, you shall shine in all your light. But also, this can indicate that some of you have been going through a very tough time, maybe in the shadows, keeping it to yourself, not telling anyone what you're going through. You're just putting a smile on things and saying, yep, everything's fine, it's okay. But I feel there is someone that you can confide in, and if you're searching for your soul tribe right now, I definitely see you being more creative over the coming months and years, and actually meeting new people that you will bond to as friends for life. And some of you, not all of you, on one of these creative endeavors, you may actually meet someone that you haven't seen for a long time, just because life got in the way. I feel this person moved away. Okay, and you may have kept in touch for a little bit, but then the distance became like too much and both of you got involved in your lives. There's no conflict there, and I feel like you may actually reunite with that person. Now, Six of Wands is about owning your energy. It's about taking responsibility and accountability for your life. But of course, it indicates that some news will reach you that you will celebrate, and people will look to you and think, wow, how did you do it? How did you conquer it? You did something that felt impossible, because looking at the cards, 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 5 of Wands, all of this looks impossible. It's like you're working with energy that sometimes feels like it's against you, like it's been a struggle, you're moving through mud, and yet you come out triumphant. So a lot of you are going to be like, because this card is in the resistance position, it can be like, I had faith. I had faith, and I believed in myself. I backed myself, and I knew I could do it. I took my level of power back, and I just conquered it. I believed. So that's when you receive. So I feel really positive about what is to come for you. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there if you've been struggling, because those cards are very complex. And of course, they're not going to resonate with everyone. And I almost hope that they don't resonate with everyone. But they have appeared for you, so I have to honor them as they've popped out. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? Okay. We have abundance and rope there as well. Okay. So we have dreams, okay? So this is, of course, you focusing on your dreams, your goals. Pay close attention to your dreams because they really help you with some of your fears or anxieties. You may have had some nightmares recently or some really challenging dreams, and these are to work out fears. So they may like present the root of what you've been a little bit anxious about, but know that these things will not occur. Okay, I want you to be aware of that. Better sleeping patterns also is something that I feel will visit you in the next coming months. What am I getting there? For some of you, if you've just moved to a new environment, is what I'm being given, and it's really hard to sleep, this is not going to be the case all the time. It's like a new environment, you're just getting used to it, and you will feel more comfortable there. So maybe some of you may have been experiencing that. It says, dreams offer insights into our subconscious mind. Pay attention. They often reflect your deeper thoughts and beliefs that help shape your life. I would also say a dream is coming to reality. I feel you're making your dreams not just be dreams. They're intentions, goals, and then accomplishments. That's what I see there. We've also got staircase. And it says, don't be fooled by what you see. You're on the way up. Remember, the path to victory may not always make sense, but 2 steps forward and 1 step back is still forward progress. Now, I feel this energy of step by step for you, okay? And I feel that, you will reach the pinnacle point of where you dream to be. And of course, I think I mentioned it earlier in your reading. It's like you don't see that you've made progress, but actually you have. So maybe that card is to highlight that. We have abundance. I love this card. I think it's the first time it's ever come out for anybody. It's so glorious. And it says, an unexpected blessing may be coming your way. There it is, your 6 of Cups there with the Wheel of Fortune. Remember, when we are grateful for what we have, we attract more abundance into our lives. And I definitely see there's some really good stuff on the horizon for you there as well. And we've also got rope. Okay, random, but we've got rope there, and it says, sometimes we tie our worth to a specific person or level of success in our career. We doubt ourselves when it doesn't work out, but remember, a rope is only used to keep something confined. There is freedom and prospect in starting anew. So maybe that's what that Fool card was all about, starting anew, feeling a little bit worried about choosing a different path or an alternative way. Doesn't mean you're starting from scratch. It means you're starting from experience, and it means that you're evolving and wanting new things. This is about untying the rope and saying, no, I'm not going to be tied down. I'm freeing myself. All these cards are freedom cards. So I definitely see that you're being more independent and choosing a path that is right for you. And I feel the path is better than you expect, okay? I'm just going to put it like that. I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a button or a ring for you. Okay, what have we got? We've got two buttons and a ring. Okay, so we have the word yes. So this is very positive. Yes, more abundance is coming on in. Yes, you are going to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. You may even see the words yes everywhere you go, which is confirmation that yes, you are going to reach the pinnacle point that you want. Also, this button can indicate that you're having a year of yes, being more open to what the universe wants to send you in. When we let go of control, the universe has a wonderful way of saying, here you go, the thing you've been trying so hard to get, because you release control. Ten of Swords, like you're letting it all go. Now we deliver what it is you really wanted. Many years ago, I was really working on something so hard, and I was just like, come on. I'd worked for years trying to accomplish something, and it never worked. And I was like, oh. And then circumstances happened where I had a big old tower moment in my life, and everything was being removed from my life, left, right, and center. And it was very discombobulating, let's put it that way. And suddenly this peace came over me. That's that 2 of Pentacles there for you. It's like this peace, this serenity where it's like, trust the process. And I kid you not, the things that I'd worked so hard for years wanting, suddenly the universe was like, here you go. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even have to try for that. But I'd already put all the hard work in, and then I was just trying so hard or holding on to everything because it was precious, it's important. And then I let go, and the surrender the universe said, now you've unlocked. Sometimes we hold on too tightly and we have to just trust. And when we let go and trust, suddenly we free up the energy a little bit more, become a little more flexible, and the universe delivers what it is we've always wanted. So I feel a lot of you are in that state right now. We've also got the rose, which obviously connects to sweet reward, and there's some thorns on that, so it can indicate, of course, things are hard, but the most rewarding things that you want can be difficult. But is there an easier way? Whatever it is you are in the flow of right now, things will blossom, and it will be rewarding for you as well. And for some of you, this can be a message to romance your life a little bit more. Stop and smell the roses. Allow yourself some proper time to really kick back and relax or disconnect in some way. Spend more time in nature. And now this is a very random message. This is not going to resonate with everyone, but I'm also being given an energy of someone creating like a perfume or a scent. Like with, I'm just hearing the words, I'm probably saying this wrong, but it's really clouded. Neroli? Neroli, that is a rose, is it? I think it is. I'm going to have to look that up though. Neroli. So maybe some of you are creating a scent or a perfume or something, and you're using rose hips or neroli, rose in particular. I'm just going to leave it like that. Some of you may actually be gifted something like that to highlight that you are in alignment with this reading. And finally, we've got the ring. Now, of course, this can connect to your commitments and that, you know, you've been under a lot of pressure. Diamonds, although this is not a diamond, it's supposed to represent one. I wish I could have a diamond ring like that. But this is like you feeling under pressure, being shaped by the pressure of life, but things will come full circle and you will accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. Can also indicate you meeting someone if you're looking for love and getting engaged, or perhaps your partner asks you to marry them. This trinket can also indicate that this is the cycle of life. It is a lot of pressure sometimes, but it will be rewarding. And, you know, anything you commit to has to be in alignment with your belief system and your morals. And I feel right now you're looking at your commitments, you're looking at your responsibilities and trying to find the balance in having fun, enjoying yourself, creating wealth, of course, because that represents a diamond ring, and valuing yourself and knowing that you deserve the best and you're not settling for second best. You're not settling for anything less than you truly deserve. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you all. Bit complex, may not resonate with all of you, but I have to honor what came out in the reading. So I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Virgo, and love and light.